Out of all the sets from Scarlet and Violet, one of the best has got to be Twilight Masquerade. Even outside of chasing that insane Greninja, there are a bunch of cool arts and cards to collect. In this video, I'll be going over some of my picks for the best cards from the set, and just go over the overall set list to help you guys expand your collection and keep you guys in the know. Hey, my name's Collections, I'm Sean and I collect things, and this is my channel where I talk about the Pokemon card hobby, give advice, and sometimes open packs for MSRP. If this is the first video you've seen from me, thank you so much for clicking on the video, it really means a lot. And if you are a returning viewer, I hope you enjoyed the content. So if this is the first video or the second video you've seen from me, I really appreciate it and I hope you guys stick around. And without further ado, let's get into the content I want to talk about. So yeah, like I mentioned in the intro, the set I want to talk about today is Twilight Masquerade. I think Twilight Masquerade, compared to some of the other newer sets, is a little bit underrated, question mark. I think for the longest time, it was quite a cheap set to pick up. Let's just take a look at booster boxes to prove my point. For the longest time, you can see that the boxes were not really moving, staying at 160, but they were even cheaper for like the longest time. As you can see when the set first released, 130. Greninja was at that point already around like 200, I think, but it dipped all the way down to 100. And if you know how the Pokemon market is right now, $100 for any booster box would have been absolutely insane. So the pricing aside, just because there's a bunch of growth in the hobby right now, and that's just kind of what goes on, why do I think this set is really great? Well, like I mentioned in the intro, there are a bunch of really awesome cards. So I mentioned a couple in my previous videos before. Let's go to cards, and we can just go over like we can start with the most expensive because I know that's like how a lot of people think about their collection dollars. So obviously the big hitter from this set, Greninja EX. Everyone wanted to chase this. They want the frog. The art is super awesome, and Greninja, awesome card. This is a card that has still up to this day avoided me. I think I might cave in eventually if the price dips down a little bit to just pick it up, finish the set, because like, this is like one of the last cards I need, this and Lana's Aid, which I'll go over in a bit. But yeah, the set had a bunch of special illustration rares, Greninja, Bloodmoon Ursaluna, Sinistra, the four Ogre Pawns, so that's 7 just Pokemon, and then a couple trainers, so Perrin, Kieran, Carmine, so 3 I think, and Lana's Aid, so I think 4 if I'm remembering correctly. We'll just double check, but yeah, Greninja EX, super awesome card. Wish I pulled this one, but it really avoided me. This is when like we definitely started seeing the impacts of like lower hit rates, because Greninja being a super popular Pokemon really helped push the price. For a while, it was like 118, right? So I wish I picked it up then, but at that point in the collecting space, any card going for more than 100 was like kind of unheard of, at least for modern Scarlet and Violet Pokemon, because up to that point, we really didn't cross over this threshold. And I think Greninja is what really broke the ceiling and allowed us to see these like kind of crazy prices and bring everyone back into the hobby. But yeah, that's Greninja, obviously like the big hit. But there's a bunch of other really beautiful arts. The next one I have to point out is definitely Eevee. Eevee's been doing some insane things, but I think it's like partly FOMO, partly like natural growth. I think Eevee being super popular, Prismatic Evolution being the Eevee set, it really helped to push this card. And so people that don't want to pay the Prismatic Evolution prices but still want an Eevee card, you can kind of turn to here. As you can see, super expensive now though, $100 for one. Recently just opened one up, not sure what I'm gonna do with it though. Might grade it, might just keep it. That's a pretty cool card, and I think even long term this price isn't gonna really shift. We can kind of see that with like Magikarp, the Magikarp from Paldea Evolved. It's been doing like 200 like for a pretty long time now, and I think illustration rares are starting to, specifically like the really fan favorite ones and the rare ones, they're starting to climb in prices, and I don't think this is a trend we're gonna like reverse from anytime soon. So if you want the Eevee, this one might be actually a decent price to pick it up for, which is like crazy for me to be saying. But yeah, here are the other special illustration rares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 of them. Okay. So I was right. It was 6 Pokemon and 4 trainers. So Perrin, this Perrin's really cool actually. It connects with the Hisuian Growlithe. So as you can see in the art here, Perrin's looking down. You can see the Growlithe in the camera. Maybe I can zoom in here. Growlithe in the camera. And then you can look on the other side, which is Hisuian Growlithe looking up Perrin's legs. It's super cute, these two going together. I don't have this Perrin yet, and then you can see the charts, right? It's been doing some interesting things. It had a quick dip in December, going down to 60. It's climbing back up. Pretty nice card. Not the biggest fan of like waifu cards, so I'm not like the biggest waifu card collector. I like the Pokemon a bit more. The only exception might be this Kieran's, which I do have a copy of, luckily. Not a waifu, but a trainer card. Just I don't know, the way it looks, Japanese, like summer festival, super great composition, the dynamic part of the background. He's just eating candy apples. And Kieran's honestly a pretty cool character. If you played the DLC, you know why. But yeah, it's a really cool card. I think this one, out of the trainers, is my favorite. This one, yeah, I think it's that one. Carmine, the Carmine one's actually done really well too. It's kind of like photorealistic and the food looks super good. But yeah, I think for me, Kieran's the bigger chase just because I enjoy Kieran as a character more. And then Lana's 8 is really good because it's just a very stylized card, which is like super cool. But yeah, so those are the illustration rare trainers. The Pokemon we can look at, Sinistra and the Ogrepons. I think out of the Pokemon, the Ursaluna is a really, really nice looking one. Super dynamic. He's just grabbing honey for his Teddy Ursa family and just like Munchlax. But this isn't just like the regular Ursaluna, it's Bloodborne Ursaluna. So if you haven't played the DLC, it's essentially like a Hisuian version of Ursaluna. Because, okay, so stepping back, Ursaluna is a extra evolution to Ursaring that only happens in Hisui. But the Bloodborne Ursaluna is an Ursaluna that survived from like those ancient days and it came to like the modern days. So it's like a pretty cool design and concept as a whole. Price has gone down quite a bit actually. This is one of the few that haven't like, it doesn't seem like the Pokemon, the new influx of players hasn't bring in the hype yet, but I think this card might go up over time because the art's just like insane. I don't know, it's just very calming in the background. You see the Ursaluna just tearing apart this tree. It's really cool. And then the Sinistra, this one is an okay card. I think it's a pretty nice card just because I like the Poltegeist, Sinistra line. You can even pull up, let me see where the other one is. This one's actually a connected art with the, let me see if I can find it. Where are you, Poltegeist? Dang, I might have missed it. Oh, no, that's Sinistra. Here, let's do card type. So if you want to figure out, there's like a TCG player explanation, you can sort by card rarity. So we can go to illustration rare. It'll be here. Yeah, Poltergeist. So it's pretty cool. These two are done by the same artist. It's not as clear what the connection between these two are, but I think it's that this kid here either grows up to be this old guy or this old guy's like the grandpa or something. But it's pretty cool. These two together are really nice. But yeah, so those are some cards I would say are nice. And then the other special illustration rares, just because we've been talking about them, let's just get them all done with, is the Ogrepon set. I know Ogrepon to some might not be the most popular Pokemon. I really like Ogrepon. I think if you play the DLC, it really grows on you. It's just a very fun design. But these four together, I want to get like a display or something and just put them in like the four corners of a square because I think having them all displayed together, like it would just look really nice because they're all done by the same artist in the same style, and just pointing inwards or pointing outwards would just look super clean, I think. Yeah, honestly, really a nice art piece. I think this one, in my opinion, is a little better than the Prismatic Evolutions Ogrepons, but I'm not sure if that's like a widespread opinion or just some hipster opinion I have. But yeah, these cards are honestly really cheap. Like for special illustration rares, if you like the art, which it kind of grew on me. Like originally I didn't like it that much, but it's so tiny. Ogrepon's so tiny, the mask is so large. They're actually really cheap. So if you want them, you can definitely pick them up. No promises that they'll go long term, do anything, but they're nice cards. So yeah, those are the special illustration rares, and then we can take a look at the illustration rares. Chansey over the last month, I think, has done like insane numbers. Because you can see just from December it was $10, which I think was like pretty fair, but the art is really good. You see Snorlax, which I don't think is proportional to how big he should be. Blissey, Bellsprout, Psyduck, and Ditto, and they're just watching Chansey fumble. It's really cute art. But yeah, $30 now for this card. I think when you pick it up at $10, you've been really happy just seeing how the prices have done. But I think a lot of it is like Gen 1, everything there, and the art just being really great. So there's another card, and we have like the rest of the illustration rares. Let me see if there's a couple I would point out. Infernape is super nice. Okay, you know what? Let's just take a look at them all, just because I'm a sucker for illustration rares. Let me see if we can do these. We'll do these rapid fire, so it doesn't take too long. Okay, so these are the cards we've gone over. Chansey. Okay, Infernape, great card. Dynamic. Infernape, it's a little too big in this art, I think. I think if it's a little smaller, maybe you see him fighting or like dancing or something, that would have been a little bit higher. But I think the art as is still super great. If you're a Gen 4 fan, pick up this Infernape. If Chimchar was a starter, you definitely want this card. I wish Torterra got a card, like an illustration rare or anything, but nope, we were starved. The next one is Pinsir. This one's really good. I think it's supposed to look like Kitakami. The art style's really good. It's like cartoony, but in like a very distinct way. I guess you can see like the cell shading, I think, on the tree. It's a really nice card. Again, card that's gone up over the last month, mostly because it's Gen 1, I believe. But I mean, even outside of it, I think Pinsir is a really good card. This Frostlass goes in like a very different direction. It looks more realistic and like kind of haunting, but I think that kind of fits the vibe of Frostlass just because it's like the ghost Pokemon that comes in like the it's like a Japanese folklore story, I think, if I remember correctly. I'm not gonna go over it right now because I kind of forgot it, but I think it's like a ghost girl essentially, and it's a man living in the woods or the cabins, like a snowy blizzard, and he comes in, he gets killed, I think. But yeah, it's just all very haunting art with this Frostlass here. I really like this one. The next two are Diplin and Applin. I think they go together really well, just because Applin and Diplin are the same Evo line. But I think I like the Diplin a little more. I'm a sucker for like the Japanese festival style, and this really amps it up to 11. Just like Diplin at like a candy apple stand. I didn't know these Squovits at first, but yeah, they're there too, which makes it even better. And then Applin on a tree, pretty good. No complaints. They just chilling. You can see one even in the apple basket. Fion. Oh, wow, I didn't even actually realize there's like a Wailord in the background too. Like, yeah, like looking at these arts even more deeply, it's like really awesome. Wailmers, Wailords, and then Fion. Fion, if you guys don't know, is like, you can only get it in the games by hatching an egg from a Manaphy, so it's like a very unique type of Pokemon. $5. These prices are crazy to me. Some of these are super cheap. Yeah, I don't know. Like I mentioned in maybe 1 or 2 videos ago, I'm a real sucker for like the underwater cards, and from this set especially, the summer festival, summer vibes, those two just like really like appeal to me when it comes to collecting cards. And you see Sunflora with the watermelon. It's like a hot summer's day. Very, very pretty art. Just very chill, very cozy. And I think that's why I like these cards. Timber, it's like Japanese festival, but I think the Timber line is honestly, it's one of the few lines I'd say I'm not a fan of. I don't know, the veininess kind of throws me off, but it's still a pretty cool card. If you are a fan of Timber, pick it up. I don't know if Timber is going to get much love, to be honest. Then again, Conkeldurr did get a alternate art in Pokemon Go, so who am I to say? And we have Lairon. This was pretty cool too. Lairon's eating trash because he's like a little trash compactor. Not much to say about this one, but the way it's shaded is really nice because you can see Lairon's kind of like in the darkness, and then there's like the light out here. But yeah, it's pretty cool art. This one's only what, $337, price plus shipping. Yeah, about $4. As you can see, like a lot of this set, pretty cheap because I think people were chasing Greninja, just ripping packs, making everything else pretty affordable. Again, we talked about this Poltergeist earlier, under $4 or $5, great pickup. Torkoal, now this is one I really like too. It's I think him and like a clay artist, and you can see that they're using Torkoal as like a part of the furnace, because in the lore I think Torkoal goes up to like really hot temperatures, like to the point where you get burnt. It's super cool. Very cute. This one I think, yeah, it's $3. If you're a Hoenn fan, if you love like turtle Pokemon, if you love Torkoal, why not? $3, great price. Chimecho, okay, this one, and I think I talked about these 3 in my last video too, so I'm not going to spend too much time, but I grouped them all together as like the Pokemon out of focus the Pokemon in focus, out of focus background group, and together they make just like great art. As you can see, $3, $2, $2, like, come on. If you like the card, just pick it up. You don't go wrong, right? You throw some binder, it's super cool, super dynamic pieces, and they're just beautiful. So there's 3 left. Nemeris, I pulled this one. I'm okay on this one. I don't know. Out of the whole Genie Jin group, I'm not the biggest fan, I'd say. I like their incarnate forms better because they look more primal, more like animal-like, which I think works better with Pokemon, not like the more humanoid ones. But still, it's an okay art, I think. The hearts are kind of playing on it, Nemeris as being like the love version of them. It's nice. If you like the card, if you like pink. Not a bad card. I don't have too much good things to say about it, but it's nice. $3. If you like the card, if you want the master set, you'll need to pick it up. This one on the other hand goes back to the other type of card I like, which is the dynamic cards and also the water type underwater cards. So this Wattrel is like a big plus for me. And honestly, Wattrel is a pretty cool line. Wattrel and Kill Wattrel. You can see like the electricity shooting off its body, diving for like fish or something. Super great. The card's only at $3. And then the last one is Probopass. Again, $2. These cards, I don't know, these prices are crazy. It feels like right now with the way the Pokemon is, some cards get all their attention drawn and they just spike, while others just kind of get left in the dust, which is good for us collectors who care about the art more than just prices. But yeah, you can see this one. It's pretty fun art. Voltund, Starlies, Lotad, and then Bidoof. Very nice. Honestly, like I was saying, Twilight Masquerade, I think, is pretty great. Like, even taking apart the Greninja from the set, I think this set is incredible, because I think it gives a lot of vibes of the Hoenn region. No, sorry, not Hoenn, the Johto region. And I think that's like part of what Kitakami the region this set was based on was going for. So if you're into like the Japanese summer festival vibes, like I was saying, if you're into that whole, like the Johto region as a whole, I think it kind of captures that feeling really well. And I think they did a really good job with this set. Arts are beautiful. Honestly, yeah. The aspects, honestly, if you play the game, you know how annoying reset stamp can be. Full arts, I'm not going to go over them because if you guys want, you guys can check them out, but they're just full arts, nothing special. But yeah, honestly, great set. Not much more I want to say about it. Let me know what you guys think about this video. If there was anything cool that you guys want to pick up now that I pointed it out, any cards from this set you think are standout cards that should be placed above other cards, let me know in the comments. And if you guys want to see me do this for other sets, also let me know because I'd be happy to do that. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys learned something. Thank you so much. And this is Collection signing out.